Genesis chapter 1, verses 17 to 19. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good, and the evening and the morning were the fourth day. The sun and the moon both look roughly the same size in the sky, yet they're actually significantly different in size. The diameter of the sun at around 865,000 miles is 400 times greater than the diameter of the moon. On top of that, the mass of the sun at almost 2 octillion tons, that's 2 with 27 zeros after it, is around 27 million times the mass of the moon. So when we read about the greater light and the lesser light in verse 16, we can readily see just how true those statements are. But it's not the size or mass of these two bodies that is the point here. It's the light from them. Verse 17 tells us that God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. The sun shines with a brightness 400,000 times brighter than the full moon. So again, greater light and lesser light are very apt descriptions. The light of the sun is a light upon which it is impossible to gaze. When Moses asked to see the glory of God in Exodus chapter 33, verse 18, he was told, "Thou canst not see my face, for there shall no man see me and live," verse 33, verse 20. But we can look directly upon the light of the moon, yet it is the same light. That's because it is a reflected light. The moon reflects sunlight. And that reminds me that we as children of God should reflect God's glory in our lives. People cannot see God, but they can see us. We should let our light so shine before men that they may see our good works and glorify our Father, which is in heaven, Matthew chapter 5. The purpose of these two great lights was to give light upon the earth. That is our role too. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 tells us God hath shined in our hearts, and he expects that we might shine unto others. Although the full moon appears bright, the moon actually only reflects about 7% of the sunlight that strikes it. It's a very poor reflector. Indeed, when they brought the first moon rocks back on Apollo 11, one of the men present at the opening of the rock boxes is reported to have said that they looked just like a bunch of burnt potatoes. They were so black. Unfortunately, it is the case that we are also poor reflectors of the light. The moon cannot do anything about its poor reflectivity, but we can. Paul writes, "Let us cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armour of light," Romans 13. Let us better reflect Christ in our lives. So the fourth day concludes, and for the very first time, the starry heavens are visible from earth. The heavens which declare the glory of God, as Psalm 19 tells us. We've had a panoramic view of earth on the third day. We've had a telescopic view of the heavens on the fourth day. We move next to the fifth day, where we might even take a microscopic view of life on earth.